Oh, gone.
Wagwan.
Oh, gone.
I feel like I made it. No,
Huh?
I'm not joking.
No, I can.
How do you normally?
No, man, carrera. How do you talk, bro? It's the same
No,
thing.
how do you
man,
talk? Like, do you?
trying to figure it out for the last 3 episodes,
Yeah.
and the same lad.
Hi guys, my name is Saanmuu.
Yeah, he just freestyled it. He just basically see what I want. But nah, we'll get into the show. Welcome, guys, to another episode of Mic Drop. Today we have Mr. Livisuals in the building, and yeah, so this is my brother. We pretty much started this journey off as filmmakers together, and how long has it been? Like 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, I think like 2, 3. I think 3 years, coming up to 3.
3 years, yeah. So
I think 2021.
2021,
Yeah.
yeah. So let's go back to 2021 when we first started. So let me tell the audience about the first time I met you. It was through that event that Calliston hosted. So Calliston is in CC7.
Yeah.
So he done an event. What was it called?
Iron Nilla.
Yeah. Iron Nilla. It was one of the first events that was to happen within this
proper
whole
dinner and dance.
Yeah, proper dinner and dance, right?
A blue theme and
Yeah. So it was during that first event where we first met, and I got in touch with you. We were talking about this like a couple of weeks ago about how I reached out to you, and like at that time I didn't know what I was doing, and you said,
I did not know a clue of what I was doing. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's just like it'll be nice for us to touch upon things and how it's been since then to now, that journey from 2021 to 2024. I wanted to speak about your growth as an individual, as a brand, what you've gone to achieve, etc. So before I speak about all of that, I want you to go ahead, introduce yourself, talk about the things that you need to, and then we'll carry on from there.
So my name is Livi, known as Livisuals. I've known Saanmuu for, as we spoke, about 3 years. And yeah, firstly, how we met, how we met was pretty. It was because like you said, we didn't know what we were doing. If I'm being completely honest, like I only had that camera, then I think like 2 months, and I was just messing about until I got a DM, and anyone that gets a DM from Saanmuu, before you know who he is, you think like, oh my god, like yo, this guy's DMing me. Like I told my sister like, yo, I'm just gonna air him because I can't do it. Like in my head I was like, I can't do it. But like on the day, like he was probably the easiest person till day to work with. Just kept it real simple. He even, I don't know actually.
Go on, say it.
He even asked me to stabilize his gimbal.
Yeah. So basically on that event, right? So all people who are in video production would know, like there's an equipment called a gimbal which you use to stabilize cameras, and you take like a 30 shot or whatnot. So when we were working on that event, right, I called you. Basically, CZ7 asked me to freelance for him for that event. I didn't know what I was doing, right? I'd basically like, that's what it is, right? With filmmaking, especially within this Tamil, scene. I think like we're a bit more open about it. We can talk about it now. And I feel like a lot of the times when you first start, you don't know what you're doing, right? Yeah. You don't know what you're doing. You're just trying to get as many gigs as you can to make P's to kind of clear that finance off for the camera that you've got, right?
The camera, the gimbal, everything.
Yeah. So I remember when C7 asked me for that event, I was like, right, like I'm not missing the opportunity. Like I'm gonna jump on, and then and I get to the other, what the hell I'm doing, and then he's basically got all this trust in me. So then when I reached out to you, and then you came on board, right? And I remember at the time I was asking you for like references, like things that you've done. It wasn't for my sake; it was for his. Like I was trying to shift it to him so he can see, and then because he wanted to ask, he wanted to know who was coming on that event.
Yeah, and so basically he asked me for a few videos that I'd done previously, and like we looked back at it the other day, and bro, there were shocking footages. So I don't know how he said
No, bro, that's the thing. The standard back then was that. So obviously, like looking back into it, like 3 years after, of course we've come a long way, but it's like under time good. That was like, you know,
That was the standard.
yeah,
in a
yeah,
way,
yeah. So Upper Bucket, we're like, this is
You're
crazy.
right.
This is whatnot. Yeah. So yeah. So Livy came to that event. He freelanced. He shot for that event, and I remember at that time, I'm thinking like, even the I'm kid that like to stabilize my camera, he's gonna think like, what the hell? But then I brought it to you in it, and I was like, yo, stabilize this camera.
Yeah.
And I think you asked me something, and I just brushed it off as if like I knew what I was doing. I was just busy with something else, and you done it.
Yeah. So yeah, when he asked me, I was like, in my head, I was like, yo, this guy. I'm looking at him like a guru, you know. Like I looked up to this guy, like I was like, right, this guy, you know, levels above everyone. And when he asked me to stabilize the camera, I was like, you running over the camera, man. But nah, I was just like, cool, like yeah, let's get it done. Even then, I only had a couple weeks to learn myself, but yeah, we got the job done, and since then, like I don't know, I haven't counted the number of events. I did want to, but we've done plenty of events together, plenty of, you know, not only like uni events, but weddings, different shoots. But it's been a good journey, a long journey, and we're here now, innit?
Yeah, 100%. But going off that as well, like you know, since 2021, when you properly started, to 2024, where you're still, you know, you've put your foot into so many different things, whether it's uni events, weddings, creative projects, you know, now sound design, was it sound?
Yeah, Sound Hire. Yeah.
Sound Hire, right? So stuff like that, like, you know, you've established yourself more as a brand than just as an individual, right? So my question is like, how uni events were back in the day, just events in general, from how it was back in the day to what it is now. Do you think that the events industry is dying, or do you think, you know, the future is yet to come?
Well, yeah, like you said, like in terms of a brand, like I think one thing I noticed is that every year you would ask me like randomly during the year, like, what do you see yourself becoming?
Yeah.
And my answer would always change. Like, like at the beginning, I just wanted to be a videographer, and then I was like, you know, I want to learn a bit of photo, and then I was like, you know what, 360, I think that might be my avenue. And then I found like other stuff. So I think for me, it's not like I have a particular goal, and I don't want that either. I think like I'm more open now to exploring different things. Like we spoke about 360 the other day. That was a massive risk for me. Like I was scared to do it.
Yeah, but, no, just for the viewers as well. So Livy basically, should I tell them about the story when you ran them out of business and stuff? So basically, right, he wanted to, like, he's an individual who's always like looking to, you know, bring something new into the scene, whether it's 360, whether it's you know, what's the next big thing? Like, we always have this conversation, right? So when did you first start? Like 2 years? It's been 2 years now?
About 2 years, yeah.
Yeah, so I think 360 was not a major thing back then, innit? Like
in Tamil community.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was a very what do you say, niche market. Like people just like figuring out what that was, and I think one or two companies like started up. Like
I mean, the thing is, me and carry on. And
so one or two companies started up, and we went to that event, right? Like
so I was doing video and you did photo or something.
Yeah. So then we went to that event, and then I think my guy saw it and must have thought like, I want to come. You started after that, right?
Yeah. So we saw it at one event, and I remember, and then I told Saanmuu, yo, what if I get one?
Yeah.
And then he was like calculate the risk and all of this stuff, and I was like, yeah, cool, let me do it. So I went home. I took a snap of it, sent it straight to my sister, and I said, look,
you're gonna get it.
Yeah, what do you think of this? And she was like, I think she ordered it that night.
Yeah, see, and I guess there was no looking back since then, because, bro, like, you basically smoked the whole scene. You got a certain man out of their businesses and whatnot. So and it's good, bro, because, you know, when I see that as well, it's like, it motivates me to think sometimes it's worth the risk. You know, certain things that you look at and you think whether it works out or not. I guess even with filmmaking, bro, it's a gamble, innit? You never know whether people are gonna get you. And I guess, like, it's the way you market yourself, right?
Yeah, like how you just said about filmmaking.
Yeah,
like even with The Jungle, like, I just wanted to know, like, what do you think the market is for Tamil filmmakers in London? How big is the market? Or like,
not that big, bro. I'll be completely honest. I think with The Jungle and what we done with The Jungle and whatnot, like, it was an attempt, innit? Like, I wouldn't say it's a first attempt, because there's been plenty of filmmakers before who have tried to do short films or feature films, but it just hasn't, you know, gone off or taken off here, especially in the UK, just because, one, the support isn't there, or two, like, not many people have that much of an interest in something like that.
100%. Exactly. So like I was thinking about it. Obviously, when you had Anna on as well,
Yeah.
you spoke about how many years it took you. Because I remember during the time you were doing Jungle, like
Yeah.
I remember I was asking you like every other week, like, yo, bro, can you help me with this project? You're like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
I can't. I've got this project. I got to do Jungle. So when you knew the market, you knew that the market wasn't that big, right?
Yeah.
So
100%.
what like motivated you? You know, no matter what, I'm gonna do the Jungle. Like, how did you have that motivation? Because for me,
Yeah.
if I know there's not a market for it, like I'm not gonna enter that
Yeah.
because like that's a big risk. And
Yeah.
there's like for example, 360, I don't see it as a risk because I know like there's some sort of market for it, but the market that you're talking about is like
Yeah.
it's probably the biggest gap in the market and has been for a long time. Like you said, many people have tried before. So how did you manage to use whatever motivation you had to think, no matter what, I'm still gonna do it?
Okay, so to answer that, two things. Yeah. So first, I'll answer what you said, and then I'll kind of link it back to something else. But yeah, with the Jungle, I guess it was more in the sense like there was a passion for it. We wanted to do it, and it's thing for like 7 years, right?
Yeah.
We're trying to do it for like 7 years, and nothing's like come about it. We started production and we stopped, and along the way, the major thing was budget. We didn't have budget to kind of bring it from start to finish.
Yeah.
So as time went by, we're just like, why not, and that's why I was doing the 9 to 5, and I was
9 to 5, you working?
Yeah, I was working 9 to 5. I was making money there, and then I was just dropping it into here, right? So me up, I think there, like that money, obviously, like the average person, right, who doesn't have an interest in filmmaking would say you could have used that money for something else. But
yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But it's just like one of those things where,
especially time where they would have said your house.
100%, 100%,
yeah.
bro. I had that conversation, man. So of course I understand, but it's like, how far do you really want to push this community? Because I feel like we're so behind as a community in this creative space. Like I think a lot of us would agree, because it's been around for so many years. There's been so many people trying to push for it, and we know that day in day out, there's like kind of loads of people have been trying to do it, but it's never taken off. It did at one point, but then things like filmmaking never took off like music videos did.
Yeah.
Like music did. Look how well our artists are doing.
That's what I was going to say next. Yeah, like they're doing really well.
Yeah. UK artists have bridged the gap between, there's certain people who have bridged the gap between independent scene and mainstream music. So
100%.
Yeah, so who would have thought, about 15, 20 years ago, someone came and said, oh, a person from UK is going to, go into the film industry. No one would have believed that. Now, they're bringing people from the film industry into UK scene. They're bringing them down for events, etc. So people have succeeded in that. But with filmmaking, I feel like it's still a niche, bro. Like we're still trying to, push forward, but you need, specific people to kind of say it in a kind of advocate it in order for it to reach bigger people.
Yeah, 100%.
And going back to what I was saying, like with the film stuff, yeah, of course, bro. Like at the start, it's kind of a passion thing, and then you work towards it. But by the end of it, you sit back and you think, is this really worth it, man? Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. When you're in that mentality, I think it's very hard to come out of it.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, even when I started, I guarantee if I had someone else like working and they were like, yo, you don't know how to stabilize gimbal, you don't know how to like turn the ISO up, like I think they would have looked at you like, because I've done events and if I'm being completely honest, there's been videographers come up to me and like look down on me like proper, like,
bro, 100%. We spoke about this, like remember I told you when I went to shoot that wedding video, right? And the guy was like looking at me like tell me like, what are you doing, sort of thing, right? So I'm gonna, bro, the way I see, and it's the same with you as well, and like a lot of our boys, like where there's certain men who want to help, want to help each other grow, and and then there's certain men who just look down on people. But it's all the end, like your experience in your wedding broker, you felt like they were looking down on it, bro. It's the same thing. Plenty of us have felt like that as well. So it's like, the mentality, like we won't be able to grow.
Exactly, as a community anyway.
Yeah, because bro, like it's not like everything's handed to you. The first time you jump into anything, you're not gonna know everything from the get go, right?
Yeah, you're not supposed to. Anyway.
Yeah, you're not supposed to, bro. So like if someone comes and that's why I say, like, if now that we're talking about this, like certain man that me and you know, and our boys know as well, like
everyone knows who it is. By the way.
You're man, you're
Sorry, I had to.
Gee, that's gonna get beeped out.
yeah,
You know?
yeah, okay,
I'm gonna have to beep it out. But yeah, basically with a certain man like that, right? They're basically so like up their own arse in it. Like they think they're the shit. They think everything else. They've done everything right.
Yeah,
and
they've completed the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like they say, "Oh, videography, yeah, completed."
yeah. So they move like that, and when they do stuff like that, it's just like, bro, how do you expect us man to like grow?
No,
Like,
exactly. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
like-
How do you like? It's like for them, it's like, oh, I've done it. Like now you're trying to do it. And,
yeah.
Like for example, I've been to events, and like photographers who have just started have come in, and I've seen them come in, and like for example, one guy didn't have a flash. Yeah, I did laugh at him at the beginning, but I gave him mine, because I was like, cool, I had my spare one here, cool, take it. But I know for a fact it was certain man. They'll look at them, they'll laugh, they won't help, and they'll make it worse for them. And they're like, oh, how are you booking out? And those kind of people, like. You can never, I don't know, like you can never have on your team, or I'd never want to book them.
100%.
Like they can be the best in what they do,
100%.
but I would be the last to book them, even if they're, the greatest at what they do. They'll be one of the least people I want to work with.
100%.
And yeah.
So Benia, like tell me one of your worst experiences on set, whether it's wedding, whether it's events or whatnot, like where you felt, because another thing people don't realize is, bro, your anxiety kicks in, man. When you go into these shoots and whatnot, like it's not easy. Them man think, the camera around you, you can just come and shoot whatever, and just it's not like that. Like, bro, even when the weddings shoot on a boy, bro, the first thing that kicks, I can't sleep that night, because you're shooting someone's big day. And if anything goes wrong, that's on you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Imagine trying to tell like a client, your wedding's mess. Yeah. You can't.
It's dumb, bro. Like, and the thing is, obviously now you got cancel culture, right?
Oh yeah.
Where not cancel culture, right? So
okay, yeah.
I think
oh, it's very easy to cancel.
And like we've seen people come on socials as well, like Orlando Pedro, like they've once it goes on socials, bro, you're done.
Yeah, you're not. There's no come back from it. You can delete it, but
the
screenshot it gets around. Like I think the time that happened, someone got baited out. And then I messaged you, and we were talking about wedding at the time. And I was like,
because it kind of puts stress on us thinking, is this worth it?
Is it worth it? Yeah. Why am I going to do this for me to get violated?
100%. 100%. Like, let's be real. Weddings pays the most, right? Like, it gives us the most money. If a creative project say, but like weddings, we could have made a killing.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But at the same time, like, is the stress really worth it? Like 100%, you reap so much benefits from it, because as a sender, when you give the final output to the client, they're so happy, seeing them being excited by the work that you produce is mad. But the stress that comes with it,
it's crazy, bro. Like I'm sure you remember that the Hindi wedding we done.
Yeah.
Was what we started. We finished a passion project the night before. We finished at 4 a.m. And then at 5 a.m. we're going to a wedding, and then we're dying through the day.
Two back to back, innit?
Yeah, back to back. And then we're like, they're like, let's do a pre-shoot, and I'm just like, bro, I just want to go home. I don't think this is worth it. But obviously, at the end, when you all finish your product and the money comes in, like, okay,
when the money comes in, bro, all of that is gone.
And sometimes it takes ages, isn't it? Because you take half, and then but that's part of the game, isn't it? And before we carry on, I wanted to give you something. Because IFT came on last time and started giving out gifts, so they've set a standard now. So whoever's next, make sure they give a gift or send them off. It's little. Oh my
god! Yo, basically, ivan nadikran. Idu vandu mudala enakku thandan.
Why you told me to do this?
He's already given it to me before, and he said, "Let me come on the show and I'll give you the same gift again." But thank you, love.
No way.
Thank you, darling. But no.
Nothing special.
Right, so let me just show the camera what it is. So it says mic drop, and it says Saanmuu Films on it. So basically, then the same there. You basically put it like this.
Put it sideways.
Okay, no.
Yeah, don't worry.
It's a fat cover. You can do it like that.
Oh yeah, there you go.
There you go. Right.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this off. It's our man. Right. So I'm gonna put it here. Yeah, so
make sure you mute the people, yeah?
Huh?
Make sure you mute.
No, 100% I'm fucking putting...
Bro, I'm finished, bro.
Right, guys. So now we're back. I wanted to chat to you about your 9 to 5 and, balancing a 9 to 5 with your creative work. So I don't know if I can say it for the show, but Livi just lost his job today, guys. So a big round of applause.
Yeah, thank you.
He's full time. He's full time with this right now. Currently, as it stands.
Yeah.
In the episode released by Negler, you're full time in it.
Yeah. So basically, today morning, I got a FaceTime call from Saanmuu, and we were talking about a different matter. Man, I'm joking. Yeah, and then at the same time, I kind of like the work we do is very hard to balance, right? And I don't think this job would for me anyway. But yeah, it was a mutual agreement. A mutual agreement.
So 9 to 5 lenny enna sinjani because then I'll tell him about my 9 to 5 experience.
Oh, okay, cool, fair enough then. Okay, cool. So basically, like obviously some shoots that we do end really, really late. So it could finish at like 4 or 5
நீ தமிழ்ல சொல்லு இங்கிலீஷ் சொன்னா உன்னை அடுத்தவன் பிடிச்சிடுவான்.
Yeah, படுத்துருவேன் எல்லாம். So yeah. Nah, it's fine. I'm what?
Okay,
are they gonna
that's
hire
fine,
me?
that's fine.
But yeah, so when like we finished that shoot that day at 5 a.m. and if you have to be at work at 9, then I think that's near enough impossible. So during those shifts, I would go in a bit later, run home a bit earlier when I work from home, just focus on editing. So I wasn't doing my job, which is fair enough. But I think it's very difficult to manage a 9 to 5 and on these shoots, especially if it's weekdays, like what you're supposed to do. Pre-shoots come on Monday to Friday normally. And on Sundays, as you know, I go to church, so Sunday's already a bit of a lock off anyway for me. So it's very hard to plan shoots around, especially weddings, which is something that I really enjoy doing. But the amount of time, like we're learning as you go on me. So yeah, I want to hear about your 9 to 5 experience.
No, for sure, because what I think people don't understand is like there's a general expectation, right? When you come from a Tamil household, with a 9 to 5 job, but that's what our parents think is the most suitable for us.
Safe,
yeah, and safe as well. Like because they don't know what we're doing is, they don't see a future in it, which you can't blame because they're brought up in that sort of environment, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And so when people say, but now if I say to someone I'm doing video, they'll be like, you're doing that as well. And I'm like, what the hell? So this is not a job. Like,
So like, part time, but full time in a sitting.
Yeah, bro. Otherwise, like, I'm just sitting there like, yeah, cool. Because, bro, there's no point trying to even, go against it. Because they've already made a judgment. And if you say no, they're going to look at you and think, okay, even loosen, you're going to go on and tell the other this and that. So I'm just like, all right, cool. Like, if that's what you man think, and you've already put in your head that this guy's doing this and that, so be it, but I can't be asked to have that conversation.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I'm just like, all right, cool. Think whatever, because bro, at the end of the day, like, you're not trying to prove to these man, innit? Like, bro, I get it. Family's got the best interest for you. They want to make sure you're doing well and whatnot. But sometimes it's like, bro, you do you, let me do me, innit? Like,
but like we've spoken about it. Like, on a good month, like
100%.
Then everyone's like, yo, I support you.
Exactly,
blah, blah,
bro. I think ultimately it's about how much money you can bring home.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
How much are you putting on the table? Yeah.
Gee, if you were doing this full time and you're bringing in racks without any issue, you're sorting the whole house. No one's gonna be on your case.
100%.
No man is gonna say nothing to you. Bro, everything's got a value. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, even that family, like my dad would take the piss. Like he would be like, oh, don't worry, he's a businessman. Like in a funny way, but. If you're putting the money down, then no one can say anything.
100%.
But until that point, to get to that point, you have to build yourself up, and you have to believe in a vision, innit?
For sure, because the one thing I'd say is though, like with filmmaking, in general, is just it's good to have a 9 to 5. Just if you're not trying to pursue that, but you're trying to go into your creative route or whatnot, I feel like doing a 9 to 5 helps towards the future in terms of helping you save up for equipment. That's what we done.
Exactly.
Like you managed to hold the 9 to 5 longer than I did. Like I held it. I was holding it down. Then obviously I took a little break, and then took a little break, and then I was doing side quests. I was on like motives in different countries, and then man got a termination letter saying that you're out of the job. So stuff like that, obviously, bro. Like I was doing it, but it's it's so hard to do it alongside a 9 to 5 because, like you said, half the jobs come in on a Monday to Friday, and like especially when, bro, you know what the peakest thing is when you know you've got a job aligned and it pays more than what your 9 to 5 pays in a day. Gee, you're telling me you get 3 times the amount a 9 to 5 pays you in a day.
Yeah, well, bro, come on, how
It's
can
a
you
no-brainer,
even compare
bro.
that, bro? Yeah,
100%.
exactly. Yeah.
Why would you turn it down? You're stupid if you do.
Yeah. Like I told you about the wedding. Though,
Yeah.
like, yo, bro, when that payment came in, bro, I was like, bro, I can buy
Yeah,
everyone anything.
Exactly, bro. And that's the thing. I don't think people realize like you make more than what a 9 to 5 can do. Like the reason why I'm saying this is because, bro, majority of the people who chat to me about this and like, oh, is it helping out? Is it doing that? Gee, of course it is. What?
Why would I be doing it?
Yeah, why
bro?
would I be doing it?
How long have you not been working, by the way? Like 9 months? 10 months?
Yeah.
Nearly a year, innit now?
Yeah, nearly a year.
Yeah, exactly. And what you have to understand is, by the way, I don't recommend it, yeah?
Yeah.
I
wouldn't
say,
recommend it. I
9
wouldn't
to
recommend
5 and thing on the side is comfortable. But what I'm saying, if you put your effort in, like you can see the growth when you're putting that time in and you're using that time. Like there's no point resigning your job if you're not going to progress, if you're not going to look for other avenues. If you're going to do the same thing, then you might as well keep your 9 to 5. But you can tell, you can make racks if you plan out properly.
Yeah. 100%. It's there's a lot of, like I'm saying, the reason why I'm saying this is because I don't want people to, especially in our community, I don't want them to think that this is like something that you shouldn't get yourself involved in because it doesn't pay you. It pays you well. It pays you really well. But it's just, you know, you need to, especially now, I think it's difficult because it's so saturated.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely.
And like, going, like, now that we're talking about that, let's talk about things like, you know, undercutting, all of that stuff.
Days,
so
man.
I feel like we can chat a lot about there because we've experienced it. So guys, just for reference, when we talk about undercutting, it's about,
pretty quick, innit?
it's gone time, innit?
Yeah.
So
Sorry,
no, that's fine. So when I talk about undercutting, right, it's like, imagine me and Livy are doing something, like we're working, we're filmmakers, we're shooting for an event and whatnot, and the next man comes in and then now I'm gonna charge one of the price of Kool-Aid he's charging. What happens then is it fucks up the whole
market, whole market.
It fucks up the whole market because Nangavandu or the level of Gavandu, we're doing something, right? I'm not saying we're providing the best service or whatnot. I'm just saying, like, in general, we're doing something well for the client. We've got a good relationship with the client. This can be event companies, it can be, you know, wedding vendors or whatnot. But then when a next man steps in and then one purposely puts his prices like below what Nangavandu and or the £100 charge one of them, bro, if a guy comes and does it for £75, bro, it's done.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like...
Yeah, the thing is, for example, like, £75 is one thing, but another thing is, like, people that have way more experience and stuff like that coming and undercutting you, I just look at them and I think, still, like, the undercutting doesn't stop. Like, I thought, like, once you get to a certain position, you're like, okay, cool, the undercutting stop. This is my price. Leave it or take or leave it. And that's what we always talk about. We say, this is my price. If you want it, if not, blah, blah, blah. But I see certain men who have way more experience than me.
Yeah.
Same
He's the problem in the industry. Because, bro, you know, the thing is, like, we're trying to play it like, gee, that guy's half the problem.
It comes from him, bro. His talk. He kind of would have won. Like, at the beginning, I don't know you because you're not on my level. And then when he realized you're coming up, he's like, yo, we're family now. We're like, we're all on the same page. I'm like, shut your mouth, bro. Like, 10, like a couple months ago, you don't want to know who I am. Suddenly you see on the cover, everyone wants to you. So these men are so fake, man. They ruined the whole industry.
So again, like, like this, because we're also going to fact that, like, this just doesn't happen here, innit? It's not just the filmmaking industry. It happens everywhere, bro. It happens in the DJ industry. It happens.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure
shout out to Big P and AP. They'll tell us.
Big shout.
Yeah. So I'm going so long, like, you know, it happens there. It happens in, like, I'm pretty sure it happens in the makeup
in industry, industry
as well,
and stuff like that
with them as well.
But even, like, for example, I was talking to Big P, and I was saying, like, I think personally you do the same thing as me. Big P is very different. Like, if you try and mess with me, he'll tell you straight.
Yeah.
Whereas for me, I'm still have to play this.
It's
calm, bro. No, it's calm. And I gotta play it fake, and I hate it. But
100%.
I'm not trying to get cancelled as well.
Bro, 100%. Because like, big up Previn, like, he will stick it on them, innit? And the thing is, like, that's just his character. I guess he's more vocal about it, and he'll be like, look, if you with me, I'll come with you.
Literally.
So I rate that. But the thing is, we play it safe because we're like, we're not gonna get shoots and stuff like that. And bro, it's like, you know what pisses me off? Like you can see that they form little groups, and like under group will learn that you only see those members. And like of course, bro, we got our little group going as well. But I'm saying like
shout out BPA. BPA, yeah.
But I'm saying like we don't wish hate or anything on
anyone. We do our own thing. Like, we're not
100%.
undercutting certain groups, or I feel like certain man, like for example, I was speaking to Previn the other day, and I was telling him like, yo, this person just undercut me, and he was like, bro, like call him straight and tell him like, yo, this, that, the other. And I'm like, bro, I would never do that. Like I would just be like, okay, cool, you know what? And next time I see him, he's like, yo, bro, how you been? Long time, support your thing. I'm just like, yo, this is so fake.
Because the word spreads as well. Like imagine you went and or the Kadeni or that Kada is going straight, bro. Everyone finds out about it. So like
in 10 different ways as well.
And like when you find out, bro, like what everyone thinks, you're just thinking, but this is not what happened. Like it's changed, you know, so much, and there's gone to so many different versions of that story.
Yeah, right? Exactly, and far from the truth as well. So I think that's part of the game. But you learn that as you go. Like I think you kind of have to get used to it. Like for example, one thing that I always told you at the beginning is that you can't trust anyone in this industry. Not in a rude way. Look, industry is cool. Like whoever I know in it. But the people that I can talk to like this and behind camera with is a very, very small group. And you got to keep it small. Because
and I think it's more to do with the fact that like, bro, when you think the energy is right, you can easily openly have, like I don't come to you and I feel like I have to always, you know, like I feel like I can speak to you openly. I don't feel like I need to hide something or I need to say
be careful, cover up.
Even if it's on that, I don't feel like that. And with our boys, I don't feel like that as well. I'm like, okay, you know, whatever it is, just get it straight, like done and over with. With certain people, I have to present myself, and it's probably the same for you as well. You have to say certain things because you want to avoid that conflict.
You want to maintain that relationship, but you want to be like, yo, I know where I stand.
And what do you do when, you know, if I'm pretty sure I've seen it happen to you as well. You know, when people come to you like at events and they're like, oh, like you're big time now, like you're Livy,
like, nah, bro, we're just trying to do it, man. We're just trying to
bro, you know what? Like the thought in my head goes, yeah, of course, G, man's bro, big time now. Like
I worked hard.
100%. But we can't even do that.
Because then like, oh, it's big headed.
So,
but certain man will be like, yeah, man, I bought this many cameras. It's all this kind of, everything relates back to him.
Trust me, man. Trust me.
I got a couple questions for you. But it has to be like proper quick. Like, because I don't need to think about it because I feel like you're okay, cool. But like, this is the only time we're industry. So just as like that, yeah.
Okay, like rapid fire.
Yeah, rapid fire. Yeah, that's the word. Okay, cool. Favorite photographer? Now you got Jayesh. Okay, cool. Do you want to say the backstory for that? Or?
Yeah. So Jayesh is my favorite photographer, and I'll say that any day because if I'm in the wedding industry now, it's most likely it is because of him because I reached out to him and I asked him to work on a project, like just as in like shadow him sort of thing. And then I thought I would never get a reply back because, bro, like I'm saying, like COVID times alam you know, that's where the industry is growing. You know, more people are coming in. There's you know, everyone's at home and whatnot. So when I hit him up, I hit up a lot of people. He was the only one. And think about it, bro, he was the like most in demand. And I still think he is. I still think he's goated, bro. So like for someone like him to, you know, take a chance and basically think I want to bring Saanmuu on and just like help him work out sort of thing.
He doesn't need to do that.
It was proper generous of him, and like I like people who don't gatekeep, who can share their skills. But certain man don't say anything.
Nothing.
Because they don't want they don't want you to grow, G. They want you to basically always like they don't mind you doing well. I said this on another podcast as well.
Like, I was gonna say that point.
Like they want you to do well, but never better than them.
No, say it in Tamil. Way better. Say it in Tamil.
It's like நீ வந்து நல்லா செய்யணும், but அவங்களோட நல்லா செய்யக்கூடாது.
They shouldn't go past you.
So it's like, why though? Like for me, it's just like, what does that do, bro? Like, but even like, no one's ever gonna be the identical copy of you. Like, I can never be a Livi, and you can never be a Saanmuu.
Yeah, 100%.
So like, if una gavara clients they're coming to you for what you can provide, and likewise for me, and it happens like if nale when the Previn gavara clients for DJing. It'll be a complete different crowd that come to AP.
Because, 100%.
Because their whole way style is different. So like with Previn, right? Like 90s music, I think he's untouchable.
Crazy, bro, crazy.
And then when with AP. I think he's got the whole show on lockdown right now. Like he's sick at what he does. So it's a whole different market. So I think I've done it with people, right? When they think but now on the solely like
they're gonna learn and they're gonna it's unnecessary.
It's stupid, and that's why like with Jash, bro, like he taught me everything. He taught me skills that I never knew, like you could do with a camera, stuff like that. So for someone like him, even till date, like if I was to hit him up and ask him how do I do this, I feel like he will share that knowledge with me, and I feel like not a lot of people do that.
Yeah, you gotta be grateful for that.
Yeah.
I've never actually met him, but I told you we got a wedding and we're working.
100%.
Like even when I saw his name, I was thinking, yo, this is dope. So I can't wait to meet him. But favorite videographer. I would say 2 for you. I'll give you two. Yeah, go on.
I'll say 2. When I first got in, the first person who I thought was like mentor was Tawana.
Yeah, 100%.
Tawana is like
goated.
Goated. Like his work and more time, because I feel like he's a one-man team. Like
big stick, big beard. That's right. And
he's like a wizard, bro. He turns up and he gets it done. So Tawana is from Jacobs Media, just for the audience to know as well. I think he's crazy at what he does. And I've had the privilege of working with him a couple of times, and I just know if I freelance him for a wedding, the job's done. Man.
It's done before you start. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah.
So people like him, I think are like a gem to the industry. Like they provide, they set the bar so high.
Yeah.
So like, but other set of generational people, they always have like something to look at. If there wasn't a person like him, I don't feel like we could never raise the bar. You look at it and you think, okay, this is sick. Like we need to do better than that. So
just on Tawana, like even like events that he's done, bro. Like our turnaround time, it's not bad,
yeah.
But bro, he came in, he done like I think 4-hour turnaround time, and he made it look like a movie. Like even his wedding same day edits, bro. I'm like, give me like a year. I can't do you can't do those kind of things. Like his mentality. So. Yeah, Tawana definitely.
No. He's crazy, man. Like you said, but was the AGS event a good? He dropped the video for it on the same day.
Same day, yeah. And so I was looking at it like crazy.
He's crazy, man. He's crazy. And the second, I'd say, like I've mentioned it before, Benji. I think like with the younger set of lads who've entered the video space, I think Benji's called like one. My guy just edits in a way that no one can like.
Yeah, like you don't even think about it. Like even like he brought the drone in and stuff. Bro, no one's done that before.
Exactly.
So make sure you go and vote for him in the award.
Yeah, like bro.
If you don't win it, bro, come on, bro.
Like I said, if Benji doesn't win that award, it's rigged.
It's actually rigged.
And like
it has to be.
And if you don't win the photo award, then that's rigged as well. So
okay, cool. Yeah, but yeah, boys, make sure you vote for Benji because. Did he get money? What did he
I don't know, bro. To be fair, let's be honest. We don't need the award to validate what we're capable of doing. Like the reason why I'm not even like I know what all of us boys are capable of doing, right? We're all talented individuals, and let's not let an award determine what we're capable of doing.
Exactly,
so that's why, like, of course, it's good for the award, or the talent of footages if it's saying like, okay, these guys are capable nominees or whatnot. That's sick. But at the same time, let's not get it twisted because and the award you boys were there. Do you know what I'm saying? So the award one day doesn't need to come and tell you, okay, in the award one, don't get bro. Award at the end of the day, like 100. You man are sick at what you guys do, and that's why you guys are here.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, I'm gonna run through. Bro, I did not know time goes that quick. That's crazy. You. Okay, but these just rapid fire. Yeah. So favorite director. This is a bit.
What here?
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
In us.
Yeah. No, I'll be honest. There's only one person you can say.
Favorite director.
Yeah, there's only one person really and truly you can say. Saanmuu, yeah.
In Saanmuu.
Saanmuu Independent.
Oh, I'd give it to
Nah. It's Saanmuu. I'll be honest because this is the thing. Do you see how much you have to think for a director?
No. But okay.
What? Who are you gonna say? You can't say anyone.
I was gonna say like one person's work I look at and I think they're really good.
As a director
is D Design. I think he's good.
Oh, okay.
I think he's.
Is that UK?
He's no. Oh, you're talking about UK?
Only
okay.
UK. Yeah. That's my.
Yeah. Oh, keep on, would you?
Yeah. Big shout out to Saanmuu Films, the only director that I know personally. Because I generally thought, like, okay, cool. If we're putting like, let's say for example, there was an award for best director, bro. There's not. There can't be. It's a scam. But anyway, favorite DJ. I'll give you 2 again. But
okay, my personal favorites, obviously one, my boy, Big P Sounds. Be done now.
But
Okay. Big P Sounds. You know, all day, every day, I'm gonna back him. I think he's goated at what he does. It's just and again, bro, like I said, or the DJ. I know I keep elaborating, but it's important for people to know like that brother came from Stoke.
Oh yeah, that's a different market, bro. That's a different.
Coming from Stoke, Midlands. You know, there's no one knows you there. I'm the one there, and I seen this brother at you know, house parties just bringing an iPad.
Yeah, I remember you told me, and people used to laugh at it. But
yeah.
It's crazy.
So from doing that to like locking off events, bro, I think like I'm always proud of what he does. So Previn is always number one for me, and the other DJ who, bro, I think he's the future is AP in it. AP
100%, man. But you know, every mix that I listen in an event, I'm thinking, yo, you know how DJs put like a little. I would put all of his ones.
Yeah, and it's so seamless, G. Like, you don't even know the
the different. And he just acts like, yo, this is what I do. Like
standard, isn't it?
With his candid and all, it's crazy. Favorite singer?
Sai Zero, man.
Yeah, that's a hard.
Sai, bro.
Of course.
Ain't no one touches Sai.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's clear though. Not only
Sai's
in
clear.
UK, I think independent. Favorite rapper? UK.
MC Sai.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
MC Sai, yeah. Oh. I got two actually. MC Sai is like, you know, from childhood, bro. You watch it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now, Mr. Sache, man.
Oh yeah, shout out. What do you mean? Bro. Oh yeah.
Mr. Sache.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask this question, which I forgot. Which like performer have you seen shut down an event live? Obviously, like now that you said Mr. Sache, of course he's shut down events. But who's been your favorite? Like all the events you've been to, like France, Norway, and stuff like that. But all the events you've done, and I'm gonna say bar Sahi because Sahi's obviously gonna be, he shut down every event personally. But who do you think? Have you seen, yo, like these men know how to perform?
I've seen Ratti perform twice, and I think the energy's been crazy. And I think, like, you know, he's definitely got something unique about him in terms of performance and whatnot. And same thing with IFT. Like,
I was gonna say Boston. Yeah. Boston's worse. Yeah, but
like they're crazy in terms of like the energy they bring onto stage is crazy. And also for the viewers, if you haven't, go watch my last episode. I've done it with IFT Pod.
Shout out IFT Pod.
IFT Pod. So go check that out. And so I was saying, like, with them guys, I feel like, because I go off like energy, bro. Like if the energy is high, you're gonna have a sick experience. 100%, you know? Yeah. So especially when everyone's session up, you know, that's what you want. So I feel like these guys, there's all of them, bro. Like MC Sai, Sahi, IFT, Mr. Sache.
Yeah.
There's plenty, bro. Like you know, like I said, but now Undonda it's probably going to fall on, but at the same time,
you're gonna miss out someone.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Now I will definitely think about like IFT and even I like one time I was like behind and I heard them talking. It was like, okay, cool. How are we gonna lift the crowd? And it's like even that mentality of we're not here just to get money and go. It's like, yo, we're gonna turn the and bro, like they've done it every single time.
100%.
And while we're on that, I've got one more question for you. I don't know what you got, but just because of time, I just want to run through this question. What do you think about managers in general, like in this Saanmuu scene? Because there's only one manager that I look at and I'd be like, okay, cool. I understand why they have a manager. Like if you came and told me tomorrow you have a manager, I'll look at you like you're stupid. Like you didn't work this hard to go and work for someone. Like I get you need management. Personally, I don't think so. I don't agree with it because and I'll say it openly, I think Siri, IFT's manager, that guy is another level of management. But what do you think of management? Because I see Siri, I see everything he done. He was stressing out on the day, but you would never see it from him.
100%.
Yeah, what do you think of management for singers and stuff like that?
I think, bro, like, again, I might be wrong. I'm just going to give a very diplomatic answer. But I feel like with managers, right, if they can add value to who you are as an artist or as an individual or whatnot, it makes sense to kind of have them on. If they've done like, if they can provide you with a track record of like, this is what they've done for you, etc., 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 fair enough. And you can look back on it and think, okay, you know, they've actually helped me grow as opposed to stunting my own growth, you know? Exactly. And we've seen it, bro. Like we've seen certain groups, certain people, when they had a manager, it was one way, and then after manager or the management in Lamir, they've gone beyond what they've done, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So I feel like there's positives in it and there's negatives in it. Positives are they can provide you a platform where, you know, you can take your work to another level or to the next stage in your career, etc. But with with certain managers, I feel like sometimes it's really not worth it. Like you as an individual are big enough, or
you've built yourself up to a certain stage,
and you're thriving enough for you to, you know, go the extra mile. Like, what's the need for you to? Okay, I get it if there's certain things, tasks that you can't get done, and you feel like a manager is useful to kind of, you know, help you schedule things out. That makes sense, right? Because for me as well, like majority of the time, I've got like my own team who help me out with my things, right? Like
100%, yeah.
and out
Planning
there
and
and
stuff,
yeah.
of course,
So like because it's a big amount of work that you need to do, and so
you have to delegate it correctly, yeah.
I agree, like managers can be useful, but at the same time, the managers who come and they make it seem like they've done you like bits, or like have gotten you from A to B, that I don't agree with. Because like going back to what you said about Siri, when has Siri come out and be like, I do this, I do that?
No, bro, no, you won't even hear about it. Like, until the podcast, I don't think anyone knows how hard it works.
100%. Like even for me, before, when they were telling me that Siri is the one, is the point of contact, I used to sit there and I used to think like what does Siri do? Like, why am I having to speak to him? Gee, once I realized, bro, Siri is Siri.
He is IFT. Now, obviously, they're a big group, but like, no, I just like we play football. Shout out MBFC, but we had a football team, and bro, like he would play in goal sometimes, and bro, while we're standing in goal, this guy will be sorting out like inquiries, saying, okay, cool, this is what you guys are doing, and everyone will be like, yeah, cool, and like he's doing everything but like some artists I see, like without sounding rude or offensive, but like it's like they worship their manager.
Yeah,
I haven't
100%.
seen them do anything better
100%.
or grow at all. But they're like, yo, that's my manager, man. Yo, he's sick, man. He'd work with that person. I'm like, bro, what has he done for you? How has he helped you grow? And I don't see that. But that was just a personal...
certain indirect. You're going to get smoked after the show.
Only
that's why I'm going to play this diplomatic, bro. But no, Fez. Again, I'm a bit wary of time. We've got about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So just wanted to touch on a couple things before we end the show.
Yeah. Sorry, I have so many other points, but I did not think it would go this quick.
Bro.
But
it's like I said, didn't it? It goes quick, man.
Yeah.
But no, I was gonna talk to you about like you're a big believer in faith in God.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, I am.
So I wanted to kind of touch on that, and how did that come about? Were you always religious from day dot, or was it like something that you turned to like after a couple of years of your life? Like how did that come about? And like how, like, because I know you're a big believer of God and whatnot, so how has that helped you throughout your career as an individual?
So yeah, by the way, Gyro, my provider, shout out to Sharon, 314. He's got a drop next month, but that's my boy. But yeah, in terms of God, I think that's a very, very long story. But you've met my family, and he's come around and stayed, and for me, I think everyone in life, you get to a certain point where you need help, or there's no one else to turn to. Your family's not going to help you, and in that point of my life, I think the only person that I turned to was God, and that was before, like, obviously when you're younger, I feel like, especially town parent, like you will know, but in church, you're normally forced to go to church. And at one point I was like, okay, cool, this is good, like church is fun and stuff. But at one point I started to hate church, and I was like, because I didn't see it for church. I just sort of go and see my friends and come home. But at a point I was just like, you know what, faith is maybe not for me, sort of thing. But like when that point comes in life and no one else is there for you, I think that's when you turn to religion. They say, you pray on your darkest days, right? And I believe in that. Like, that's when I actually started to look into my religion, look into my faith. And then my dad's story, like, he used to be a madman.
Tell me.
He used to be on drugs, he used to be like a fighter. And like I see mandem like that now, and I think, these men will never change. And then I think, that's probably what they spoke about my dad. So he's a big inspiration in my life, because he's the calmest guy now. But yeah, it's just that I feel like now that I'm in a much better place, like spiritually, mentally, I should always prioritize church. Like, even, like you whenever you ask me for Sunday shoot, I say, if it's after church or before church, that's different. But church always first for me. Like, I always give that time for my peace of mind. And
I wanted to really ask about this because obviously, we know Livy as like the fun, energetic guy who always, cracking jokes and whatnot. But then, like, obviously, this side of you who is a firm believer in God, and you dedicate time to, because when I ask you for shoots, you're like, bro, church first. Once that's done, I can come through, sort of thing. So like, and obviously a couple of our boys as well, like Lish from Pixel Prodigy, he's a big believer in God as well, and
there's actually quite a lot. Like, Pravin was telling me, but
because obviously I'd say I'm less religious in that sense. Like I do believe in God, but I'm not, as dedicated as you boys. But
I think that also depends on your journey.
Exactly.
Everyone's journey is different. Everyone, you can't.
No, exactly. Because for me, it's hella inspiring just to see you boys, be that dedicated. Make time for church and obviously fit everything around your schedule as well. So, no, that's why I wanted to talk about like how that's been a big influence in your life as well as an individual. And thank you for sharing that as well.
And it is difficult. I'll be honest. Like, 'cause I get a lot of shoots on Sundays.
Yeah.
And at the beginning, I was like, "Yo, bro, I'm losing like grams."
Yeah.
And then, luckily, I have people like Saanmuu that are always like, "Yo, I'll do that for you," or "I'll take care of that project." And for me, it's like nothing compared to that. Like that time that I give every Sunday, or it shouldn't be just every Sunday, but just in general, I think it could never. You can't put a price on it personally, and you've always got to be grateful. Like I heard Boston say something about it. The Nandri current thing.
Yeah.
If it's like that for people, then God
100%.
should be
100%.
levels above. So
No.
yeah, man, that's my experience on that.
I agree. Amazing stuff.
You better put that up, as a short clip.
With this, yeah, 100%.
That sounded flipping sick in there.
And I wanted
I'm joking.
I wanted to talk about it because I knew like obviously about your faith and everything, like
we've actually never spoke about it.
No,
bro. By the time we speak about these events, it's like 3 hours gone. Yeah.
Because like as in we know on the back of our head, because obviously I follow you in your private account as well, so I know you're a very firm believer of God. But I wanted to kind of like talk about it on the show because like it's good to see that you do this on the side, etc. Not side, I mean you do it every week, and being dedicated to something like that is inspiring, man.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Yeah,
so no,
it's a lifestyle, isn't it? But
it's good. So we've got about 50 seconds.
About 50 seconds. Oh, let me ask you another quick question. He's your best friend just in like life?
In life?
Yeah.
My best friend, like the person
Die Hard,
Bauer, innit?
Okay.
From he's from secondary school.
Oh wow.
So he's like.
Have I met him? I don't think so.
Nah.
Is he? What is like?
He's Kurdish.
Oh yeah.
So
he does some sort of photo video.
Yeah. So because he picked up a camera is why I'm doing this shit now.
Okay.
So like.
I got to shout out Aaron. So Aaron's the reason why I have a page in it. He made my page for me, my Instagram page.
Okay.
So when I wanted to start, he's the one that actually made it. I forgot. I felt so bad.
Aaron as in.
He's talking about Hugo.
Okay.
Nah, Aaron, my best friend, he's the one that actually started my page for me and said, "Yo,
fine,
get on with it." So shout out to Aaron, shout out to Phil.
Okay.
Aaron's sister is Concept by Sujini, who I would say is a goated photographer. But...
Fine. So we've hit time for today's podcast. So I'm gonna call it wraps. So just before we wrap up, I want to give a big shout out to my sponsor, Coffee India. So the brother behind Coffee India is a person called Adi. So please go check him out on Instagram. I'm going to tag his socials below as well. He's kindly supported me through this journey of me making this podcast. So big shout out to him, to Coffee India. And so if you guys enjoyed this podcast, please drop a like, please drop a share, comment who you want to see next.
Yeah.
And
can I just say, a big shout out to you as well for doing it. Like you see, because you see a lot of podcasts going on, yeah. But I don't see the quality of this. And
you like the quality, mate?
And mate, the quality is top tier, mate.
You like
and I'll be honest,
mate?
a lot of podcasts are there, but like if
Saanmuu don't have a little.
If Saanmuu's on it, mate, the quality's got to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
So
thank
big
you.
shout out to you, mate.
Thank you,
I respect that everything you do has top tier work.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
What the hell?
Yours.
Shit. That camera and a tripod.
All right. Thank you guys for watching this podcast. We're gonna wrap it up now. So comment below who you want to see on the next podcast. And thank you, Livi, for being here today on this podcast. I appreciate it. I could speak to you for longer, bro, but obviously time constraints, I don't know, is a bit peak. But hopefully I can get you down again for another episode. Hopefully with Big P in it.
Yeah, if I'm coming again, it has to be with Big P. I'll be honest.
We'll definitely get that sorted. But Lavda, thank you so much. And let's give her a big round of applause. All right, how do you find that?
That was sick, man.